we're also going to talk about what your viewers are going to hear. And so we're going to look at the mixer at the bottom right here, and you're going to see a list of all of the audio inputs and outputs that are added as sources on a particular scene. To edit those sources, we can click on the settings wheel here. So what you're going to see here is a list of all of the audio outputs and inputs within your scene. For example, the desktop audio is going to capture all of the audio from your computer. So if you add music or your gameplay audio, all of that is going to be impacted by setting the volume here. Your mic and aux is your audio input, which is what you're hearing right now. This, I like to highly recommend that you set your desktop audio to a volume that's not going to overpower your microphone. The last thing that you want is for your viewer to be trying to understand what you're saying while they're listening to the gameplay. So I recommend setting the desktop audio to 50% or 60%, and then your mic audio to 100%. Something else that's built into the editor is what's called their mini feed, and this actually shows any notification or alert that's happening in real time while you're streaming. So for example, follows or any sort of currency within the streaming platform that's being used, hosts, all of that can be seen right here. If you go over to the right, you're going to see a few other options for the mini feed, such as popping out the event filtering options. So this is going to allow you to select what you want to see in your particular mini feed, whether it's donations, follows, hosts, and effects, things like that. All of that can be selected right here. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the dashboard through Streamlabs. So when we click on the dashboard in Streamlabs OBS, it's actually going to bring us to a web browser with streamlabs.com. And this is going to bring us to our analytics. It's also going to be a place we can configure our alert box and our widgets. So even just looking at the analytics, what you're going to see here is recent donations. You're also going to see recent subscribers or donations, and then further down maybe hosts and follows to the channel. If we go to the alert box section, this is going to be a place where we can edit anything from our follow alert to our subscription alert or our donation alert. We can edit the sound, the duration of that sound, the layout of the alert. We can also configure and add widgets to our stream by clicking on the All Widgets tab here. And maybe we end up wanting to add merch to our stream. So people can actually go to the Streamlabs website, your personal Streamlabs website, and purchase merchandise from you. And then when they purchase that, that can be an alert that you add in as well. All of this can be configured on the dashboard here on Streamlabs.com and then added into the editor of Streamlabs OBS software. Okay, so now that we've talked about the dashboard and all of the things that you can configure there, what I want to talk about is the Streamlabs OBS themes. And this is where I would say Streamlabs OBS really shines. So we're going to go up to the top left and we're going to click on themes. So what you're seeing here is essentially a theme store that has some fantastic designs that can really make your stream have a professional look. Everything from Be Right Back scenes to animated alerts and tip jars or event lists. All of these things within the package have a cohesive look and feel. And it's simply activated by going into your editor in Streamlabs OBS and adding that package. All right, so now we've got our sources and our scenes all set. Our audio levels are looking good. We can see that we've got our notifications set so we know what's going on with our stream when we're live. What we need to do is a really important step and edit the settings within Streamlabs OBS. So we're going to go down to the bottom left right here, and we're going to click on the settings wheel. And what you're going to see here is all of the various settings that you can edit before you go live. The settings that we're going to look at specifically in this video are output, audio, video, hotkeys, scene collections, and appearance. So let's start with the output. Under output mode, you can select simple or advanced. Let's look at the simple option here. Under simple mode, we can select the quality of our stream and the quality of our recordings. So under video bitrate for the stream, what we need to do is we need to run a speed test to find out what number we need to put here. Simply type in speed test on Google, run speed test. Once we've established our upload speed, what we want to do is we want to take half of that and put that number in the video bitrate. For example, if my upload speed is 12 megabits per second, what I want to do is I want to take half of that, which would be 6,000, and put that in the video bitrate category. It should be noted here that every streaming platform has a different recommendation for the video bitrate based on the type of quality you're trying to push out to the platform.
Can you not find you?
For example, I push mine at 1080p, 60 frames per second. But if you're trying to push out a certain resolution and frame rate, that's going to be impacted by your video bitrate. Under encoding, we're going to select the processor that we want to use to process the data of our stream.
I just don't understand.
The X264 uses your CPU's processor to process data, and this can actually add a lot of load onto your PC and cause a lot of issues as far as quality is concerned. The NVENC encoder is recommended as it uses your graphics card and can handle the processing a lot better than your CPU typically. Now there's two options of NVENC. You can use the standard NVENC or the NVENC New. I highly recommend using the hardware NVENC New, as this is the most updated for Streamlabs OBS. And then finally, under audio bitrate, we're going to select 128 for the bitrate, as this is what's most widely accepted by stream platforms. When we scroll down to the recording section, this is going to be some settings that impact if we're recording a static video, not live streaming, but just a video that we're recording similar to this one. We're going to select our recording path, which means the folder that those videos are going to be saved to.
Did you subscribe?
And then we're also going to select the stream quality. I highly recommend using the indistinguishable quality large file size. The recording format, we're going to select MP4. This is really the most widely accepted file format for like editing or other things that you might do with the video file. And then similar as before, we're going to select the hardware NVENC New for the encoder. And now that we've done that, let's take a look at the advanced mode under output. Specifically, what I want to look at is